Hello there, how you doing? So I just want to talk a little about marriage. In recent times, I found out that there has been a lot of controversy in that area, and I just want us to give clarification to that. So some people say things like you can marry who you want, it doesn't matter. Some say as long as both of you are Christians, you can get married. Well, let's break it down, all right, from the scriptures. So you'll find out that when it comes to marriage, you must be specific. Right, the kind of calling you have determines has a lot to do with the kind of person you marry. So I'll give you examples from the Bible. Isaac was going to get married, and Abraham told his servant to not pick a wife from the Canaanites, but he told him to go and pick a wife from his people. All right, so we see that's the case of Isaac. Isaac could not just marry anybody. You see, he had to marry a kind of person. We see that when Jacob was going to get married, Jacob could not just marry anybody. All right. Isaac told Jacob to go and pick someone from his wife's tribe, that's Rebecca. Alright? However, you see someone like Joseph. When Joseph was going to get married, Joseph did not marry someone that was an Israelite. He didn't marry someone that was related to Israelites. Joseph married an Egyptian, and it did not affect his calling. You see, so for someone like Isaac, Jacob, the kind of calling they had, who they married had to be specific. The Holy Ghost to be very specific for those kind of people. You see, but for someone like Joseph, it did not really matter if the person was an Israelite. It didn't affect his calling. He married Asenath. Asenath was the daughter of a priest in Egypt. All right, and it didn't affect his calling. So basically, it just depends on the kind of calling you have. So that's the most important thing. Just make sure you hear God before you make a choice. And some people say things like, Pastor Adeboye, our father in the Lord, when he got married, he and his wife were not saved. Well, that's true, but things like that are just the mercy of God. You can't place that as a yardstick, because if you look at our father, Pastor Adeboye, there are not many cases like that, as a matter of fact, you see. So you can't place that as a yardstick. It's important as believers, if you are going to get married, make sure you hear God. Right, hear from God specifically to know the kind of person you get married to. All right, I believe this will bring clarity for a lot of people. God bless you.